So Iowa just played their first game today, and I thought they looked good at times. Um, I thought they looked bad at times, and yeah, there's a lot that we can talk about from this game. So I'm going to be honest. The big 5-star recruit they have, Addy Deal, was a player. Like, that's the only word I'm going to use to describe Addy Deal. She played today. She was okay. She was okay. Um, Still turned the ball over 7 times, which wasn't ideal. She's really struggling with pressure. She's really, really struggling with pressure. And she's not probably not going to come in and be this unbelievable player right away. Do I think she can start early in the year? Yeah, I do. I do think the peak there is definitely she has the ability to be better than Taylor McCabe or Kylie Fearbach. She has that potential. I don't know how good McCabe or Fearbach are. If we're talking about them as like top tier players. But at the end of the day, we're like you're looking at this and it's just not ideal. Emily Rodriguez looks great again. She looks real good. Chit Chat looks really good. Like her ability to run the show looks great. And I thought Stokey was exceptional. I thought Hannah Stokey, like I don't understand with just draft boards and everything. Like I'm seeing top players in women's college basketball, and I'm seeing like Audie Crooks in the top 8. I'm seeing Reagan Beers really like top 12, and then I'm seeing like I saw Stokey, someone ranked her 70, and I saw Van Sluten at 50, and it's like when all 4 of them were on Team USA, when it really mattered, who was getting the burn? It was Stokey and Van Sluten when it really mattered. And like like she shot that 3 with confidence early in the game. I just really, really like Hannah Stokey. Like, I think Hannah Stokey is like I think she's a first round pick. Because you can't teach someone that moves like she does, that plays bigger than her size, the heart. You can't teach any of that. I take her with a late first round pick. I don't think this is the greatest draft. I don't think this is the greatest draft in the world, but I'm still taking Stokey with that pick. But Ava Heiden was exceptional. Like Ava Heiden, the way she ended last year, people are like, oh yeah, she averaged 5 a game, but it's not about that. It's how she ended the year. So if we look at her game log from last year, again, she hadn't had 10 points in a single game, and then suddenly 11, 10, 15 in 3 straight. And she goes and carries it on. Like Ava Heiden's just ability to be tall, finish over people. Like she's going to be that center long term. I think we all kind of knew after last season that she was going to be that center long term. We all kind of knew that. And we've now got a situation where, okay, yeah, shit. Like she really is one of those super high level players. And she's someone that's going to the likelihood is she's getting ready. She's getting ready to be drafted in 2028. Like she'll be in that 2028 draft. How high she gets on, I don't know, but she'll be in the draft. She will be almost certainly in that draft. But what she's managed to do is great. The only concern, like early on in the game, I really liked Southern's effort. I really did like their effort. You can see here, Hurston, and she pressed high. She pressed Addy Deal a lot, and I thought she was really good. On the defensive end, she caused a lot of trouble. As did Tate. Like these players were pressing, and we saw Addy Deal just didn't have. Like I still think we saw, if you guys saw like the up and under step through move that Addy Deal did for her second basket, I was genuinely like, he or she was like, she has the ability. You can tell that she has the ability to be a really high level player. And look, I don't know how things are going to get on as time goes on, but I think there are enough flashes there with Addy Deal, but she's a freshman. She's got to work her way into that lineup. She's got to work her way into the starting lineup because Chit Chat's better than her. Chit Chat is just straight up better than her. Again, can she do what McCabe's doing? I don't know. Can she do what Feuerbach is doing? They're the players you're looking at it. But I think a lot of people thought she was going to come in as a combo guard straight away as a starter, or at least not far off a starter. And look, I think, I'm not going to lie, I did as well. Like, I think we can be honest here. Like, a lot of us did. A lot of us came in expecting Addy Deal not necessarily to be Caitlin Clark. That's never going to happen. But to play like a top recruit. Because, like, that's what she is. She is a top recruit. And I do want to apologize about the fact that I am exhausted. It is currently 3 a.m. and I watched this game. I currently watched a freaking Iowa game at 3 a.m. That was their first game of the year in a non-conference game, when until they face, like, they don't have, other than like Iowa State and UConn, they don't have the they don't have an easy out of conference schedule. I will say that it's not easy at all. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one to see what way Iowa look coming into this year, and how this team is going to compete, because we saw a version of Iowa in that first half that was struggling. They struggled against a Southern team, and a couple of baskets from Stokey. Stokey kind of started dominating towards the end of the half, and Ava Heiden just, I don't know. I'll be interested to see how Ava Heiden gets on against better opposition, because we saw it last year. It was like she really did struggle against Reagan Beers for Oklahoma. But I'm like, you're kind of allowed struggle. You're kind of allowed struggle against Reagan Beers and a team like that. And like, they went and dominated again today. And by the way, shout out to Emma Tolan. Shout out to Emma Tolan from East Cavan Eagles. Shout out to the Grace Prenter. Grace Prenter is playing. Has she seen the floor much in this game? Has she taken any shots? She has taken 1 3-point shot, turned the ball over once, and committed 2 fouls. Shout out Grace Prenter again, coming from Irish Superleague in Grace's case, or National League in Emma's case, is a massive step up to playing at that level. Shout out both of them seeing the floor today. But yeah, it's for Iowa. It's a really, like, it's a decent start. Like, they won by near 40. They won by 35. They were up 40 at one stage, and then Southern started scoring towards the end. I turned it off like 2 minutes to go. They were up 40. And the thumbnail I've already made has said 1 by 40. So yeah, I'll change it to 1 by 35. Either way, it's a good win. It's a good win. The performance doesn't really matter too much in these games, because at the end of the day, these are games you're going to win. These are just tune-up games, realistically. But I will say the fact that Southern did come out with the effort they came out with, and they still managed to win by 35, is pretty good. And Ava Heiden looks like the real deal. Ava Heiden absolutely looks like the real deal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it, lads. That is the first Iowa game. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.